Nick. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Riley.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to tell me what film we watched.
I can't do it.
That's accurate to what happened in the film.
So we watched Truth or Dare, the classic horror film, if you could even
film.
call it that. It that.
Yeah.
Released in May 10, 2018. Not reading this off for anything. Definitely know this off by heart.
Yeah.
Directed by Jeff Wadlow. Distributed by Universal Pictures. All in my head.
All remembered because it was a life or death scenario there, as you heard.
Classic film.
You had to do that.
Just love this film. Greatest film of all time. Easy 10. I think that's it. I think we need to stop recording. Start the button.
That's it. Okay, I'm turning it off. Okay, now you have to say the truth.
Fuck.
It
was an interesting interesting watch.
Yeah, that's one way to say it. It was definitely interesting. I think it was, my overall impression was kind of that it was average overall in terms of what it can achieve as a horror movie. The plot
I'd say
makes no sense.
A little below average.
Yeah. I'm being nice because I enjoyed just laughing at the stupid.
It was like occasionally
stupidness.
like super enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, we were just sitting there like chatting over whatever was happening.
Yeah.
Like, coming up with like stupid what if dares. Like
Exactly.
we were barely paying attention to the movie at all. So now I'm gonna, obviously because we paid attention, got to tell you what it's about. You should totally go watch it if you haven't. But spoiler warning if you haven't. Truth or dare? Get us started with the plot summary, Riley.
Truth or dare? So it's about these teenagers or university students. I don't even know, to be honest.
Young adults,
young adults,
vaguely aged adults.
They're on some sort of holiday trip, vacation. Who knows? They go to Mexico because that's the place to go.
Can't forget before that our main character, Olivia Barron, not reading this from Wikipedia, is a college senior who is seen by others as a good girl who puts others' needs before her own. During her last spring break, she plans to build houses with Habitat for Humanity. Can't forget those details.
It's crazy. Habitat for houses. That's a massive plot point, by the way, when she builds houses for people.
Yeah, it's great. I think the only important part of that is that she's a YouTuber, which is only important like in the very 5 seconds.
The last 5 seconds of the movie.
So whatever, they go on spring break. Spring break, wow, to Mexico. And yeah, apparently it doesn't look very interesting there. It just looks like desert.
Yeah, just desert and
they got
nightclubs, basically.
It's like an outdoor club. It looks like someone's backyard.
Yeah, probably is for the set that they just did up. Yeah,
and then they all get like gullibly like tricked into going to this abandoned old church by the guy
by Daniel
Radcliffe.
Yeah,
he's unfortunately not the real Daniel Radcliffe, but that's not going to stop us.
Pretty close.
Daniel Radcliffe invites them to the church. Because, who wouldn't go to an abandoned church when some stranger tells you, like, yo, you want to go to the freaking abandoned church, man?
Come with me. It's so cool.
Naturally, yeah, they all just go.
They don't question it.
I don't know, they play Truth or Dare and somehow get, like, infected with this, like, demon who just haunts them.
Yeah, for the whole movie. And that's it.
Truth or Dare. The rest of the movie is just, like, Truth or Dare. And either they live or they die.
Yeah, exactly.
Or trying to find out how to stop the demon. Of course, it's just a masterpiece of script writing. I can't fault it.
It did very well in the box office compared to its budget. So I'd say it's a very successful movie. It did.
What I know, like why?
Yeah, it was
a budget of under $4 million and it made like nearly 100 million in the box office.
Yeah, crazy.
I think that's a slight profit.
Did you actually like anything about it?
Well, I don't know if you can say this is an actual what they were intending, but the demon, it when it possesses people, it puts on like this dumb like filter on their faces.
Yeah.
It's comedy gold.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I recommend just looking it up on Google Images.
It's so funny. They they make this obnoxiously large smile, right? And their eyes kind of enlarge, and then for some reason, whenever
it literally looks like a filter. Probably is a filter.
It is some sort of probably like same kind of thing as a Snapchat filter. They just track it onto their face or something, and it's just
that alone is what makes this movie worth watching.
Yeah.
If that wasn't in this movie wouldn't be watchable.
No, it would be pretty painful.
It saves this film.
But like whatever the demon was, it always comes up with the funniest way to kill them. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's at the start. There's like this, obvious douche character that, definitely.
There's two of them, and they die back to back.
They both die. Yeah, it was very hard. Nick did not predict it within the first 2 minutes of the film.
It was very heartbreaking.
It was, we were very sad.
I like the first guy though. The scene where he goes up to be like, yeah, I'm not like offended by that or anything. I'm just gonna go over there and take some shots or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that scene. There's this dude that's like so insecure, and they ride him. It's just saying the funniest lines. Like
Daniel Radcliffe tells him off, and then he just the greatest show of acting of all time. I don't know what he says exactly, but it's just something along the lines of what I just said. It's super dumb. It's fantastic.
It's so good. It's just this guy's lines. He should have survived longer just for those lines. And it seemed like he had a weird idea. Like we thought that the character would go in the direction of having an identity crisis or something, because he was super, super insecure about being called gay at the beginning of the film. They're like, "I dare you to kiss the other guy." And he was just like,
no,
"What? No, dude, no."
Well, obviously, it didn't go down that road because this film's characters are not characters.
No, they don't go through an arc. They just kind of
templates.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Main girl, good girl. Main girl, best friend. She's unfaithful. And her dad is dead.
Her dad died. And
that's about her defining character traits. She's bad girl. And then you got douchebag guys. And then you've got gay Asian guy. And then you've got...
He's my favorite, by the way.
Then you've got the other friend. She doesn't really have any defining character traits. She's kind of... Oh, I forgot about the boyfriend who gets cucked every 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, the boyfriend of the sort of best friend to the main Olivia character. He's
the boyfriend to the best friend of main Olivia. There's a love triangle.
Yeah, there's a love triangle there with the main girls and this guy, and he just kind of loses every time, basically.
Poor guy, honestly.
And spoilers, he dies at the end as well. And
shocking.
Shocking, he would have thought. But yeah, I don't know. There's just I just found some of them so funny. This dude we're talking about before, the insecure douche that dies first.
Yeah.
He gets, he hallucinates the demon or however it works. And it's this girl that he's trying to hit on.
Show your penis.
Basically, yeah. Show me your pool.
Show your pee-pee.
Your pee-pee. They're playing pool.
Oh,
so
show
she's
your pool cue.
Yeah, show me your pool cue. As an innuendo. And then he stands up on the pool table, makes this whole scene oh yeah, I'm going to show you.
Someone's I bet it's small. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then he
gets really
and then he falls off the table and dies. He slips on a pool ball. And breaks his neck on a counter or something.
Yeah.
While he has the grin on his face.
Yeah.
So it's not even. It's hilarious.
It makes it the funniest thing ever.
This movie would have done better if it actually just treated itself as a parody or something. I honestly think that would have been the way to go. But unfortunately, it's borderline parody.
Yeah.
Unintentional parody.
It's unintentional parody. You have to have some. You got to do some work to make it fun for yourself. You gotta have some interpretation and then you can...
just have a conversation and then And then when the good bits happen, you'll know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way we recommend watching the movie. And yeah, it's just like, it just doesn't make sense with the main demon character, because at first they were saying it's a hallucination. Only the person who's, currently getting this sort of demon hallucination, right? Like they'll see the other people around them, do the weird smile.
Yeah, it breaks its own rules.
And then it breaks its own rules. And then all of a sudden it's actually these hallucinations aren't hallucinations. They're the other people getting possessed. And
yeah, sometimes it's real and sometimes it's not. And at the beginning it's like, oh, I can't see it. So like you think that's the rules, and then it just breaks them, and the demon just starts actually doing things.
Yeah,
like that are real.
Exactly. And there was a whole big plot point. I think like a good point is that this film had like 3 or something writers or more, and it feels
four writers,
and it definitely feels like
one for each quarter.
Yeah, well, I'm honestly, I'm feeling like that's actually what's happening here, because like halfway through the film,
share the workload.
Yeah, it's like the communist way to write a script, right? but like, yeah, it's sort of. They kind of realize halfway through the film that they need to explain a massive like loophole in the plot, like that, you can just keep on choosing truth and then you'll be good, because just telling a truth is not that bad, right? But then it says you got the game that they played.
No, you have to choose. You have to choose two truths and then a dare.
Yeah,
because the original gang, that's how they played it when they got. It doesn't make.
Yeah. It's just.
But it also doesn't make sense, because if that's true, but the demon hasn't. It's not the first time the demon's possessed people, because we learned that like 100 years ago it happened or something.
Yeah.
So what was that? Was that happening then, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically
It's just a dumb excuse to like actually add tension to the film.
Exactly.
Of which there is none. It's like the script writing equivalent of Chinese whispers. Someone writes one part and they're just like, oh, all right, so this is what happens. Oh, okay, I'll do this part. I'll just keep going, and then it all comes together and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And they have a movie, and it actually worked. They made money. So that's it at the end of the day.
Somehow. I mean, horror movies be like...
Yeah, definitely the best part of the movie is just feeling inspired to make your own shitty truth or dare moments. Like throughout the whole film, we're like, hey, truth or dare, I dare you to step on a Lego. It's just like, it's just crazy. Just really tame.
I dare you to go help out at a homeless center.
No, I don't want to do that.
I dare you to give money to that guy on the street.
Yeah, it's like, and that's another point that reminds me. Sometimes throughout the film, the demon would like favor a character and honestly help them out, like give them like an alley-oop for like
when like he gets the guy to come out to his dad. Like basically like gives him the confidence to come out to his dad that he's gay. It's like not even like a bad thing.
Yeah,
literally just helps the guy out.
Yeah. One of the
immediately after it, he goes up to his friends and is like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, I'm glad that
I mean, yeah, you would be, right? But like the demon, wouldn't he? He's not very devious.
Just helping him out.
That was pretty benevolent.
Yeah, oh jeez, man. Yeah, I was after that moment I really feared the main character, the main antagonist, truth or dare guy. And
I want you to pay your mom a compliment.
No, I hate my mom.
Die, idiot. Die. Gay Asian guy, he gets probably like one of the better deaths, the funniest deaths, even though it doesn't even involve any smiley faces somehow.
No, it doesn't.
It manages to be one of the best deaths in the movie. No smiley faces.
It's amazing.
What happens, Riley?
Well,
tell
us. So this is what happens. Gay Asian dude has to go over to his dad, right? And he gets dared by truth or dare demon to threaten his dad and make him beg for his life for whatever reason.
Make him beg for his life.
And it's during
his dad. It's just like his dad doesn't do it.
Yeah, he just doesn't do it. And his dad's like, no, this is not the way.
He's holding like the gun to his face. He's like, beg for your life, beg for your life. He's like, no,
I don't want to beg for my life.
He's like, please, just beg for your life.
Yeah, he's like asking.
And I'll put the gun down. He's like, there's another way, son. Another way.
don't worry.
And then he gets shot by another officer.
He gets shot by his dad's like partner in crime.
Partner or something.
And doesn't notice that it's his own son. And it's just, or maybe he did, who knows? And he gets shot by his it's just so unexpected and kind of just funny. It's just funny.
But I just like how there's just a random police character in the film, like he's like the detective or something.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's the audience.
And then he basically shows up for a scene where he's just like, what the hell is going on? And then he disappears. I mean, he comes back like twice.
Comes back twice.
He like appears once and then he comes back.
Yeah.
He's like, I have no idea what's going on. And he disappears forever.
And he's just there to like, I think he's just there for like describing the
exposition. But like not even good exposition.
No, just...
That's what we've got old Spanish tongueless lady for.
Yes, later in the film, old Spanish tongueless lady, sort of,
well, Mexican, I guess.
Oh, true, yeah. Well, same difference.
I only said Spanish because that's like the language.
It's the language that she speaks, yeah. But yeah, she's from Mexico, and
she doesn't speak. She has no tongue.
Yeah, her tongue's gone. It turns out that the demon, the way to get rid of the demon is the person who summoned the demon needs to cut off their tongue. And that's how you do it. And
say like a Spanish chant.
Oh yeah, they have to say this chant, then cut off the
Spanish chant
tongue afterwards.
And then well, you can't really do it because apparently the demon's just gonna stop you.
Yeah, that's the.
He's gonna break his own rules, possess somebody else, and then kill the guy doing it.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what happens.
That's exactly what happens at the end. And
he just possesses the boyfriend and kills Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, which is honestly pretty high IQ moment.
Truth or dare! Truth or dare! Truth! Stop!
This film has a lot of implications. Actually, no,
cultural impact. It's just huge.
It's a massive cultural impact. Actually, another point is that apparently there were like 2 or 3 other Truth or Dare films that came out before this. In like 2012.
Really?
Yep.
What?
Yep. 2012 there was a few that came out. So if we just do a quick type up here, 2013, 2012, 2019. No, don't tell me.
Wait, so you're saying there were ones made before the one that we watched?
There was one in 2012 for sure. I've pulled it up here. It has, what is it about? A group of youngsters plan to attend a party in a cabin in the woods. Their enjoyment is short-lived as they get trapped by a vengeful killer who... Okay, so...
It's basically like a different movie with like a similar dumb concept.
Yeah. They just call it Truth or Dare. I think it's just a very, very easy sort of catch line,
I dare you to piss in the sink.
I dare you to run around the street naked. Yeah.
I dare you to use the urinal in between those 2 guys.
No. I would honestly die for that. I can't do that. I just can't physically do it.
Cannot perform.
You cannot perform under that
performance
pressure.
Anxiety. You see like on both sides. I mean, what do you do?
What do you do, right? You just gotta. I'll just have to, close my eyes.
You just stand there and nothing comes out, and you're just like, oh, I'm done. Walk away. Because I'm inspired by the main character, Olivia Barron.
To build those habitats. Maybe she just got dared to build them. She's not actually a good person.
She was part of the game at the beginning.
She was part of it the whole time. That would have been a good. That would have been a good twist. I would have liked that. Would have made no sense. I don't know. It would have made sense. Wait, maybe it could have.
I think it would be fun if someone like redubbed this film.
That is,
and just like change the dialogue.
Yeah.
To make it sillier. That would be a peak viewing experience. But unfortunately, it's like 50% boring. No, I'd say 65% boring.
The minority of the film has the funny moments you're looking for, and then the majority is really just that dumb stuff.
Solid 35% good stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's teetering on the edge of so bad it's good. Like there are some parts where it is so bad it's good, and then other parts where it's just bad. I mean, it makes for a good joke, though.
Yeah, it does. That should be the final thought. Makes for a good joke.
Final thought, yeah. That's the review. Makes for a good joke out of 10.
Out of 10. Take what you want from that. I dare you, Nick, to end the podcast.
Okay. I'm ending the podcast.
No more.
We're done. No more. We quit.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the episode. Thanks to Morgan for producing the music for today, and we'll see you in the next one.